Good evening, guys. Let's start. Okay, so for today, our agenda is basics of programming. Programming, flowchart, and at last, your algorithms. Message. Good evening, Dave. Okay, basics of programming. Now I'll start with this. Okay.
Your voice is breaking.
Is it, guys, like everyone is having the same issue?
No, sir.
But then it's your network. Tushar, then it's your network issue, not mine. Okay, so basics of programming. Okay, would anyone will be able to tell me what is programming? Guys, what is programming, guys? Like, what do you mean by programming? If I'm asking you in a general way, not
Creating a set of instructions.
अरे तुषार इतना टेक्निकल नहीं बताना बेटा. लेमन लैंग्वेज थिंक. एक सेकेंड. ओके, वेट रुक जा. वेट, थिंक आई एम अ लेमैन.
कंप्यूटर लैंग्वेज.
अबे रुक जा एक सेकेंड. रुक जाओ पहले मुझे क्वेश्चन पूरा बताने दो, उसके बाद बताना. थिंक आई एम अ लेमैन एंड यू हैव टू लाइक make me understand what is programming. So not heavy words, instruction like words नहीं. क्या होता है प्रोग्रामिंग? गलत बोलोगे चलेगा, लेकिन प्लीज़ बोलो. यस तुषार.
सर किसी भी जैसे जो हमारा कंप्यूटर है उसे हम बताएं कि कैसे हमें कोई टास्क करना है, परफॉर्म करना है, उसको उसके बारे में डायरेक्शंस देना.
गुड. Ashok, you were saying something. Everyone who is sending a message, just unmute yourself and say computer language. नहीं अशोक, हम नहीं कह सकते ये चीज़. ओके, अच्छा, स्टिल लेट. ओके,
कंप्यूटर्स को कमांड देना.
कमांड क्या होता है सर? देख, मैं तो मतलब मैं बता ही रहा हूँ ना, मैं तो एक 5-6 साल का बच्चा हूँ जिसको तुमने समझाना है प्रोग्रामिंग क्या है. Okay, Reba, a process of scheduling something. Reba Shriya. Okay, like Reba Shriya. It's a girl or a boy?
Girl, sir.
Girl. Okay. बच्चा, इतने बड़े बड़े वर्ड. Scheduling something. Quite big words. Will a 5-year-old will understand with this? Okay. Asra Shamshad, the way of communicating with computer. Yes, we can say it like that. Rizwan, good evening, Rizwan. Okay. Pratna Tyaya, set of rules and regulation required for processing it. Such big words. To plan for something happen at a particular time. Can be said it like that, but we normally work on the sequence level. Okay, not on the time base. Like one thing will happen, after that something else will happen. Normally we work like that. Okay. So, like how I understand programming, there might be a chance that you might understand programming in some other way. Basically telling a system what to do. There's a term called GIJO, like it's a acronym for something. Anyone knows what GIJO is? Okay, so GIJO means garbage in, garbage
Out.
out. Exactly. So a system, a computer program, or ideally, or basically our computer, it's nothing but a small kid to whom we are giving the instruction, and apparently that kid is quite obedient and obeying all the instructions that we are giving. So if we are giving a garbage instruction, we're gonna get a garbage out. If we are giving a good instruction, you're gonna get good output, like better outputs from the system. Okay, so programming as such, it's basically telling a system what to do, giving some commands. Now I'm coming to somewhat technical in this case. Giving commands in a specific manner to the system is called programming. Okay, now let's say I have to make a burger. Okay, one of you, any one of you. ओके अरसलान ने कुछ लिखा है. अरसलान, एक पहले भी मेरा स्टूडेंट था अरसलान. सेट ऑफ इंस्ट्रक्शन विच इज रिक्वायर्ड टू परफॉर्म अ टास्क इन कंप्यूटर. ओए होए, बड़े बड़े वर्ड्स. ओके हु विल वॉलंटियर फॉर दिस टास्क? अ स्मॉल टास्क. कौन करेगा वॉलंटियर? अरे कोई तो बोलो. हाँ है ना? हाँ जी तुषार. Okay, Tushar, I am a machine. Okay, sir is machine right now, and you are a programmer. And my task is to make a burger. Give me instructions so that I can make a burger. सैंडविच कर लें. सैंडविच इजी लग रहा है तेरे को तो.
ओके, तो
ये मैगी भी कर सकते हैं. सॉरी,
मैगी तो we will first of all buy
चलो
the मैगी
मैगी कर लेते हैं. चल हाँ, चल मैगी कर लेते हैं. मेरा मन भी कर गया खाने का वैसे. हाँ,
तो we will buy a Maggi packet from a store.
We will buy a Maggi. Exactly. Just a
Then hello.
हाँ जी. Then
we will collect all the necessary things which required to cook Maggi, like water
collect
and
ingredients.
water, oil, vegetables, and all ingredients.
Okay, collect ingredients. Example: water,
chili powder and all things.
let's just stick it to ingredients only. Ingredients. Okay. Collect ingredients. Then
we take a water inside a utensil.
water
and boil the water
inside a utensil
and
and
boil it
boil it. Okay.
and boil. Then we will put our all vegetables, oil and masala inside the water.
Okay, we will put masala and veggies and water.
This is oil.
वाटर तो डाल दिया, और क्या डालना था?
What? Then we will put Maggi.
Then we will put Maggi. Okay, Maggi put kinda. Okay,
Then we wait for nearly 5 minutes.
we will wait for 5 minutes. Okay.
Maggi is ready.
लेट्स, चलो मैगी बन गई, हम डाल के खा सकते हैं हम. It's really too lag. What Harsha? Okay, so as the instruction given to me by Tushar, I'll go buy a Maggi, collect everything, all the ingredients that I need. I will put water inside a utensil, boil it. क्या यार ये, ठीक है, boil it. Once it is boiled, okay, once, like, I'll just boil it, not keep it boiling. I'll turn off the gas or flame. Okay, after that I will put masala in veggies into this. We are not talking about Maggi masala. And then we'll put the Maggi into this. Now the best part about this Maggi is the Maggi is not opened. He didn't ask me to open the Maggi, so it's a packet only. And then we will wait for 5 minutes. After that we will have the Maggi, panni wali Maggi, like the Maggi in a polythene. Got it? Like, you got what I wanted to establish with this example? Anyone?
So, yeah, we have to give all the details.
Exactly.
Minute details.
Minute details even. Yes, Abhinav, what you were saying? What were you saying?
So I'm saying we get it.
We get it. Okay. क्या समझ आया बेटा अभिनव, बता दे.
So that we have to give the minute details to the program.
Exactly.
Sir, we have to follow the instructions.
We
One
don't
by
have
one,
to follow the
sir.
instruction. No. We don't have to follow the instruction.
Sir, step by step, we have to follow.
Again, bacha, we are the one who are giving the instructions, so we have to give precise inputs.
Yes, sir, I'm talking about that only. We have to follow that instructions step by step, as we were doing in the Maggi making.
No, bacha. Okay, I guess like there's some communication gap between you and me. Like, as of now, what I wanted to say that whatever instructions that we are giving to the system should be that precise that, like, the system doesn't have any other option. Okay, I'll give you example for that. In your Python, yeah, Hanji Ayat.
Sir, actually, it's a process of creating a set of instructions, so we have to follow that.
We don't have to follow that. The system will be following that, na?
Yes, sir, I'm talking about system only.
Okay, no. As of now, I am a programmer. I am like, I left my aura of being a system now. Okay, so we have to give specific instructions so that the system don't have any other choice. Okay, it's not normally we try to have a system having a binary output, either 1 either 0. We know, we should, as a programmer, we should always know what kind of outputs that can be there. Like, it is more important to know the outputs that can be there than knowing what kind of inputs can be there. If we are like making a specific instruction set, or even we are working on something like any code, we should know what kind of output can be there.
Yes, sir. We
Okay.
should know how to perform the task.
Exactly. So I'll give you example for that, why I'm saying the system shouldn't have any other option. Any one of you have heard of country delight? गाइस, कंट्री डिलाइट के बारे में सुना है? कोई दिल्ली वाला नहीं है क्या? कोई
Yes, yes, we have heard about
Okay, you heard about it. Good. So, country delight, may have those images here. Just a second. Okay. Node use clearation. Yeah, here it is. I entered to 53. Can you see this? Like, I have two images right now, like my cart that I made on 16 July and this thing.
Yes. They basically deliver the milk or
No, the grocery, I am not concerned about their grocery. I want to show you something. My total price, the total cost that I have to bear over here is 220, in which I also have a packing charges. Okay. Whereas when my total cost was 151, I don't have to bear a packing charge. My packing charges were free. Sir, that's a issue. Yes, sir, apparently it is. It's a bug in the system. Why I am saying we should know the output of the system is because what they have done, I'll tell you. You'll understand it more clearly when we'll go for this particular topic. So what they have done, if the cost is less than 151, okay, if the cost is less than 151, no sorry, if the cost is less than 151, and if the cost is more than 150. Now what happens if the cost is less than 151, or cost is more than 151 and less than 150? Over till here the price of packing is 12 rupees. Above this thing, 19 rupees. They forgot to add a equal to here, so that's why on 151 I am getting a free delivery option. Okay, so it's kind of a bug. They failed to give a specific instruction to the system. उन्होंने ये बताया नहीं 151 पे क्या करना है, क्योंकि 151 से मोर कुछ भी हो सकता है सर, और उसमें 19 रुपीज़ लगेंगे. 151 से कम होगा तब कुछ लगेगा, लेकिन उन्होंने बताना ही भूल गए सर कि 151 पे क्या करना है. They forgot to tell the system what you should do at 151. At last they must have written else statement. Else is like if it doesn't come into it, just write free delivery. And when they wrote this, it came like this. When I like created the cart for 151 rupees, it came to this particular area. So क्या हुआ? Apparently company
applied the condition, but it's not fully applied.
They have applied the condition exactly, but they forgot, by mistake they forgot to tell the system what will be the condition for 151. Like if there will
Right.
there was some, I don't know in the back end what language they are using or what kind of framework they are using, but if there was this thing na equal to, in that case it will be okay. So this is the thing, this is what happened when you don't know what you're telling the system. Garbage in, garbage out. I like, as I just make a Maggie inside a Maggie packet because he didn't told me to open the packet.
So in my opinion, the programming is the whatever the input we are giving to our system, that on the basis of that we will get the output.
Yes, we will get the output, but who is designing the output? We are only designing the output now,
There on, yeah,
है ना?
yeah.
So we should make sure that the output is the same as we are supposed to give. Now think it like, okay, I'll give you like, I'll go back to this pic. Actually, I don't know, I might, where's my phone? Yeah, I need to check. I guess it's 12 rupees on that. So apparently if the item total is 121 or 130 or 140, I am paying 12 rupees as a packing charges. Whereas if it is more than 150, like 150 to 153, in that case I am paying 19 rupees charges, like you can see in this pic. Okay, but what about when it is 151? Apparently I'm not paying anything. Although what they do, like what they normally do, they don't give you the exact food, like the tomatoes is here, they normally don't give you the exact 450 grams. They'll be giving you more than that or less than that, and they'll be charging you based upon that. So like that's for sure I'll be getting like in the like the next day when I get my order, will be paying the packing charges no matter what, but in the system it's wrong. Okay, so this is how these things happen, and this is how we as a programmer, like these are the issues that as a programmer we are supposed to what should I say, like we should try to minimize these kind of issues. All the software that are there go under a specific standardization, specific testing schedules. So apparently either the testers have missed this value issue over in the system, and I can like understand the testers are normally not the technical people that are there, but coming back to it again, it has created a issue. Like as of now I can call the company, I can show them this specific screenshot and tell them, sir, you don't you can't like charge me 13 rupees or 12 rupees or 19 rupees over here. I was supposed to get a free delivery, and they have to return it because they are showing it, and might be a chance people must have been doing that. Okay, so every instance, not even for programming side, people who are from business background, they also have to take care of these things. I can give you one more example around that. If you guys know about Blinkit or Zepto, so they have this I am a big fan of South Indian food. So they have this ID's idli dosa batter. The shelf life of that particular packet is 5 days. On their website they have written 30 days, and that's a loophole. You can order it, you can say okay, it is about to expire, I need to return it. They'll not take it back, they'll just refund you the money. So whenever someone, not only the programmer, anyone fails to do their job properly, the organization has to take a hit. And to be very frank, the kind of market these days is kind of I should say industry we are in these days. Companies are not taking, like companies don't want to take these kind of hits when it comes to it. They're okay to take a big hit out because of anything, but they don't, obviously, if I'm paying you like you might think that the programmer who has developed it will be getting paid not much, but I know like they'll be getting paid around like 2 or 3 lakh, 2 or 3 lakhs a month easily. So if I'm paying someone 2 or 3 lakhs a month, I am not gonna uh, basically take care of their fuck ups. So as a programmer, we need to be quite precise when it comes to what we are dealing, what we are doing, and what will happen due to this. Okay. Now we will make the Maggie again. Who'll take? Who'll volunteer it this volunteer this time, guys?
Yes, sir.
हाँ जी, तुषार, you will volunteer this time. Maggie बनवाएगा अब.
So first we take a Maggie
Take a Maggie.
and open it.
Okay, I'll draw it. Actually, I'll try to draw it. Okay, open it.
In a bowl.
Open it in a bowl. Okay,
Then in another bowl.
in another bowl. Okay, nice. ये काम बढ़ा रहा है मम्मी का अपनी.
We take some vegetables
Another
that we
bowl.
want to add in it.
We take some vegetable. Okay, vegetables.
Then we boil them.
Boil them.
And after boiling the vegetables,
After boiling the vegetables. ये चल तू बता दे यार, मैं लिख नहीं रहा. After boiling the vegetables.
so we just cut them and
Then
सर उसको काट के हम फिर
हाँ
एक
हिंदी में बोल ले बेटा, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. मैं ट्रांसलेट कर
अलग
दूँ.
से एक प्लेट में या किसी चीज में रख देंगे.
ओके.
उसके बाद हम एक कढ़ाई लेंगे या जिसमें हमारे को बनाना है.
हाँ.
उसमें हम जैसे अगर तड़का लगा के बनाना है तो तेल डालेंगे.
इतनी मेहनत मत करा, इतनी मेहनत मत करा. आसान वाली मैगी बना. मैगी आसान बननी
फिर
चाहिए
उसमें
भाई.
पानी डालेंगे.
हाँ.
फिर सबसे पहले गैस ऑन करेंगे. उसके ऊपर हम अपना जो भी बाउल रखना है वो रखेंगे. उसमें पानी डालेंगे, मैगी डालेंगे, मसाले डालेंगे और जो वेजिटेबल्स हमने चॉप करके रखी थी वो डालेंगे. फिर उसको बॉईल होने देंगे जब तक हमारी जो मैगी है वो रेडी ना हो जाए. अराउंड 5 to 6 मिनट्स. जब वो मैगी रेडी हो जाए तो हम जो हमारा बर्नर है उसको ऑफ कर देंगे, टर्न ऑफ कर देंगे और उस मैगी को किसी चीज में डाल देंगे जिससे हम इजीली खाने के लिए यूज कर सकें.
गुड. बस इसमें एक गलती हो गई इधर से. तूने ये बताया वेजिटेबल किस में बॉईल करनी है. You were supposed to say will boil vegetables in water. That's a small mistake. So this is kind of a preciseness that we want when we are programming something or when we are basically coding. Okay, is it clear, guys?
Just, sir, it is a kind of algorithm, right?
Yeah, it's algorithm, exactly. Okay, let's do this only. First I'll explain algorithms to you. Algorithms. So by the definition, algorithms are the set of rules. Algorithms are the set of rules we give to the system to solve a specific problem. Okay, so as like our problem right now was to make a Maggie. So the instruction that I got from Tushar, I guess, the instruction that I got from Tushar was quite precise, whereas the instruction that I got initially from the other guy, okay, I cannot find your name. So the other guy actually. So in that case, like those instructions that were there were not that precise. So algorithms, whenever we are writing algorithm, we have to make sure that we are writing a specific sets in words in a specific way, so that a person can easily understand what we want to do, and can do that specific task. Like the system also should know. Okay, so for the Maggie, or I'll do something technical this time. Let's say I want to calculate a into, okay, so take input a and b from user, calculate a into b, or calculate c is equal to a into b, print c. Okay, we can even go for some specific like large level things. Let's say I did it for a cross b. You guys do it, like do one thing, get your copies and pens out, just write an algorithm for making a calculator, okay, maximum 6 lines, like, okay, no maximum limit. You can just take your time, take your specific like data inside that. Okay, you can take inputs, you can give outputs also. Okay, so do one thing, write it on the pen or write it on the paper and send that photo on the group.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, you are not audible.
Bacha, I asked you guys to do a task.
Sir, can you please repeat the task?
Yeah, you have to write an algorithm to for making a calculator.
Okay, sir. Sir, it is completed, but we don't have access to send the photos or anything, sir.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I didn't knew that. Yeah, now you can. Sorry, I didn't knew that that it's like this.
No, we have uploaded in the.
Okay, I'll check. Okay, so frame, give the number that needs to be calculated, start, okay, input variables, input arithmetic operation that needs to be done, store the result in a temporary variable, say a, display the result, stop. So take the inputs from the user, enter the choice from the user, enter operands, select the operand. Okay, who is this? Yash. Put him beta. Algorithm for simple calculator. Start the algorithm. Take two numbers as input and store. Okay. Okay. Get two input values from the users. Store them in X and Y. Input any the calculate the arithmetic operation according to the user's choice. Operand, store it X and Y. Okay, Ranjan. Okay. Enter any operator, integer, case, yes. So apparently till now I have seen all the inputs like you guys have sent, and the best one that I have seen is from this guy. वैष्णव का अच्छा है और उसने केसेस बनाए, एंड ऑल्सो दिस गाय वाला था, ये वाला था फर्स्ट और सेकेंड। तुषार का भी अच्छा है। बेसिकली इन दोनों ने दो केसेस बनाए हैं। एक बार आई डू वन थिंग, आई कम लाइक रिप्लाई टू देयर्स, जस्ट चेक दीज वंस। Okay, so this is what makes a programmer better when it comes to it. Just a second, guys. तो किसी और ने भेजा हैकर. हाँ, इसका भी देखो वैसे है, like basically all of them, like the one I have said are good one. They, all of these guys have created the set, like set as in like how to create cases in the system. So you have to create cases based upon the inputs that you're getting in this particular case. So based upon the operands you are getting, you have to create cases in the system. Okay, you don't have to save lines when it comes to it. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's continue with the so that's how we work upon with the algorithms. So one more note: in the starting of algorithm we write start, like the first point of the algorithm is always start, and the second point is stop. Then we have the last things that we have are flowcharts. So first of all, why do we need flowcharts? Flowcharts are basic I should say basic tools that we use a lot when we have to explain the system to a layman or a client specifically. Sometimes your client doesn't know how the codes work, or and apparently you don't even want to tell them. You just tell them the flow, how the things are gonna happen. Okay. So flowcharts have some symbols. The first symbol in the flowchart is just a second. The first one in this case is your oval. Okay, this basically shows start and stop. Start and stop. The second is parallelogram. Sorry, I wasn't able to make a perfect parallelogram, but this parallelogram shows input and output. The third one is your rectangle. It shows the process. And then at last, like the one of the most important, is your diamond. Diamond shows the decision. Diamond is basically called decision box. Decision box. Okay, I'll give you a small example. So for the case that I did, A plus B wala, for that the flowchart will be something like this: start, input, A comma B. After that there will be process. Process is shown by a rectangle. Calculate, A plus B. After that output, A plus B, and at last end. So this is how a flowchart works. It's a like smallest example that can be there for a flowchart. So this is how we work upon with the flowchart. Now the cases that you guys did. For a calculator actually. Start. Input A comma B, then input operand OPP. Okay, so now I'll be explaining you how decision box work. OPP is equal to प्लस. ओके, अब डिसीजन बॉक्स में क्या होता है, एक साइड येस लिखते हैं हम लोग, लाइक इफ दिस पर्टिकुलर कंडीशन इज ट्रू, एंड एक साइड लिखते हैं हम नो इफ दिस पर्टिकुलर कंडीशन इज फॉल्स. सो येस, लेट्स से इफ आई राइट येस, in that case first calculate a plus b, then give a output as a print a plus b, output, हाँ पैरेललोग्राम आएगा यहाँ पे, and at last end no. For no, if it's no, it will check for your नेगेटिव. ये वाला पूरा ऐसे ही आएगा, बस यहाँ पे a माइनस बी हो जाएगा, यहाँ पे भी a माइनस बी हो जाएगा, एंड ऐसे ही आएगा लाइक yes के केस में. सेम फॉर योर मल्टीप्लीकेशन एंड डिवीजन. ओके, सो this is how the program works. If cases, if are made like this. Okay, is it clear guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm sending a question on the group, try to do that. Uh, come on. Do this guys. I sent a question on the group, try to do that. You have 8 minutes for that. हुआ गाइस?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh, 13, सॉरी। ये मॉडुलस 2 इज यस नो गुड बेटा। X, okay, good. Odd even, okay. Okay, okay. सबका बस ऑलमोस्ट सेम ही है, बट यस इट विल बी लाइक दैट ओनली, गुड। सो जस्ट टेल मी वन थिंग, जितने लोगों ने अभी तक इनपुट भेजा है, all of you guys knew about the modulus, like ये जो ये वाला साइन जो यूज किया है, इसके बारे में सबको पता था?
Yes, sir.
ओके गुड,
Yes.
बेटर। ओके चलो फिर आगे बढ़ते हैं। ओके ये हो गया, इनपुट आउटपुट हो गया ना। ओके नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, थोड़ा सा आज मतलब हम लोग क्वेश्चन ज़्यादा करेंगे ऐसे वाले। फ्लो चार्ट टू फाइंड वेदर अ नंबर इज prime or not. Okay, whether a number is prime number or not. ये कौन है? देवारा देवरा देवारा 7815963485. Guys, who's this Devara? Anuj, recording is on as of now. I can actually send the recorded videos once I get the confirmation from the remarks skill guys about the mail IDs. So as soon as I get that, I'll send it to you for sure. Most probably by tomorrow afternoon you'll get it.
Sir, we won't get any important materials or notes, sir.
Pardon?
We won't get, sir, any important materials or notes, sir, for references or references.
For references, I can send some like online notes or something like that if you want. Like I haven't made anything. Like I've never made anything, so okay. So but I can send some references and all on the Google Classroom. Once actually, I'm just waiting for the confirmation from remark skills. Once they give me the confirmation about your mail IDs and all, only after that I'll send it. Na, I'll be sharing you guys directly to your mail IDs. Okay. Hanji. Ashok, are you online? अशोक ऑनलाइन हो? Ashok, the one in output, like the one answer you sent, is it from Google? Although I know it is, I just want you to refrain from this kind of thing. You can fail, like you can send something wrong, I'm okay with that, but don't send something like copied from Google, please. Okay guys, yeah, these are right. Good. So now you know how to make flowcharts. Or who's this guy? 952079656. Keshav. Okay, I just wrote on the group beta. Good job beta. तो तू 3 पेन लेके बैठा है. Good job.
Yes.
Good. Okay, so actually I am learning this language, that's why I am referring Google. Ashok, everyone is learning, and that's why I am like taking it from the basics itself. बेसिक से ही चल रहे हैं बेटा, अभी तक लैंग्वेज पे तो हम आए ही नहीं है, हम तो नॉर्मल फ्लो चार्ट कर रहे हैं. तो इन चीज़ों में तो मत करो, आगे भी मत करना. कोई डाउट हो आप पूछो ना, मैं बताने के लिए हूँ तो ऑनलाइन. पेपर तो सीख लिखे, नहीं तो गूगल से ना सीख.
अभी मेरे को डाउट लगा तो मैं तेरे से पूछती हूँ, समझ गए.
क्या बेटा?
अभी मेरे को डाउट आया तो तेरे से पूछ के मैं समझ आ रहा था.
हाँ ठीक है, नो इश्यूज. मतलब इट्स एज सिंपल एज दिस.
Actually I don't know how Python, that's why I referred that.
अच्छा, no one knows Python here, that's why they are in the learning course ना.
Yeah, that's what the reason I don't know the basics, that's why I'm referring the.
It's not even, it's not Python basics yet.
Actually I don't want to blame anyone, sir, just I'm referring that one.
Arey Ashok, I am just saying one thing. This thing is not even Python basics yet.
Yes.
Okay, it's just like we are in the programming side. Like we
Yes, sir.
are basically developing our thinking to make sure that okay, when we go for programming itself, like in this in your Python and all, we just know how to create logic. It's just a logic creation thing. It's just to make sure that how to get to a certain problem, how to tackle a certain problem. That's it. Normal है यार ये चीज़. It's nothing like programming. It's nothing like the Python or something. Python we haven't even started. We haven't even wrote a single line of code yet.
So sir, now you are saying about the flowcharts and algorithms for making anything. Sir.
Yeah, it's a normal tool. You don't, and even if you have doubt in that, ask me. We are paid for that.
Yeah, yeah, okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Don't cheat. Just like I don't like when I see a answer or something from Google. I just like, don't like it. Okay. Okay. So coming back to this flowcharts. Okay. Okay. Harsha. So comment to content why this. Harsha, do you know flowcharts and all? But you haven't replied on the group once. First of all, it's a part of the content itself. Secondly, if you want to say something, say it on the group itself, not here, because I normally don't see these messages. And if you know, you can reply on the group also. Okay, coming back to this. So now we'll be talking about a little about problem solving. So whatever we have
I want to ask something.
yes, yeah, Tushar, just give me a second. I need to connect my charger. Just give me a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, Tushar.
You explain about that oval in which way there are commands to start
Hmm.
parallelogram.
Yes, over here.
is there any specific means we are using that flow inside the flow chart na?
हाँ
Like parallelogram over. So is specific things we have to use or any?
no, it's a
Means
specific
why?
thing. It's a
I'm not getting it. Why we are using that?
the shapes and all. Okay, first okay, you understood why do we use flowcharts and all? Okay,
No,
and
I'm not getting it.
yeah,
Because,
no issues, no issues. I'll tell you actually. So, okay, imagine you are working in a company. I'm a client. I don't know anything. You need to make sure that I understand how my software is working. Okay, scenario one. Scenario two, I'm your senior. You don't know anything. Okay, you don't know about the project. I want you to know how the software is working, how the flow will be. Okay, in those cases, in these kind of cases, we use flowcharts and all. First, your answer to your first question, yes, we have to use these specific uh, shapes and all, because it's a universal thing. Like if you google flowchart symbols, you can see start and arrows, input output, process, decision. It's the same for any anything you go for, like any kind of flowchart you make. Either it is for the programming side, either it's for the like and some other kind of processes. Anywhere you use flowchart, it's gonna be the same. Okay, first.
like
Second,
you explained about the first addition wala.
addition. Yeah.
Addition and subtraction wala. So
Yes.
we use that specific thing only now. But we know कि when we get the input from user that A comma B, then if we use the calculation, so we will command A plus B, then we will get the result. Like in that even number, to calculate even number, we use the command modulus. A modulus by 2, A by 2,
Yeah.
if we are getting no remainder, then it will be even.
Yes.
Else
That's a
will be
decision box, na?
out.
That's a decision box.
So
Like
we know the basic of this prime and all, but why? मतलब how come we know that where we rectangle we use the command?
okay, I'll explain.
That's what I'm asking.
I'll
This
explain
command I know all these things I mean and
Good.
all those things.
Okay.
But this
Okay, no
specific
issues. I'll explain this. Wait. The first one is start and stop oval. It will be used in the initials, like the first as the first block and the last block also. So it's a initiator and a terminator. Okay. Second is this your parallelogram. Whenever we are programming something and we have to take some input or we have to give some output, we use the programming. We use this thing. Okay. Like sorry, we use the programming. I said I'm sorry. We use the parallelogram. Understood?
Yeah.
Okay. Basically, I can tell you are confused between a rectangle and a decision box. Rectangle we use for a process. Okay, whether the process is adding A or B, whether the processing is like going to us like for like as I am a robotic
like we can use operators. No?
operators we can use, like we can use operators is not a right thing to say right now. So something like if we are in a process, something let's say to check, like let's say I'm talking about you must have done this ना, like ऐसे कोई उस पर काम किया होगा जिसमें नाम डालो तो सारा डेटा आ जाता है.
Yes.
Like आधार कार्ड डालो तो आपका सारा डेटा आता है. So input will be आधार कार्ड, fetching data will be your process. Okay. After that comes the decision box. Decision box, it's let's say I'm taking the same example. Let's say you're trying to make your license. You added your Aadhaar card. All the data has been fetched. So the decision box may okay, whether age is more than 18. In that case, if it's a yes, if it's a no, what will happen? Let's say no. If it says no, it will give you, sorry, not this one. It will give you output saying you are not eligible. If it's a yes, you are eligible. Okay, now you know where we use decision box and where we use process.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yes.
Any more doubts? Anyone?
So this flowchart we use where we will use it in Python.
In Python,
Right.
okay. No, in Python specifically, we never use it. We never create a flowchart. We create a flowchart to understand a problem. Okay, let's say I give you some specific problem. Wait, multiplication हो गया. Just a second. Let's say I ask you to make a leave management system. Okay, for an employee, leave management system for employees. Okay, start. Okay, after that it will take a input. It will give a output, hi or something like a greeting message. You want to let's say you want to apply for leave. Let's say that person says yes. Okay, that person gives some input. Now we'll come to the decision box. Check, let's say the input that particular person gives is a message. Okay, message is equal to this thing, your, what we call it, yes. Okay, in that case we go towards your this thing. So making this thing specifically will give you a better idea how to code this thing. Okay, let's say if I am doing this, I have this thing, I'll just write okay, print whatever message I want to print. The second line will be my message, like for this message input from the user. Let's say he say yes. If message is equal to yes, let's say print ask your boss. Okay, and else अगर यहाँ पे नो हो, okay, मतलब नो हो अगर आंसर, else print what do you want, something like this. It's a raw one actually. I could have made a better example for you. So we make this thing for two reasons specifically. First, as a initial, like as a programmer, sometimes we come across problems like which are actually quite big problems. I'll show you one thing. I might have that kind of a flow chart for with me. नहीं, इसमें नहीं होगा. So this is like kind of a systems I work on. So I regularly check this thing to get the idea about how my system is working. Okay, you can't understand this specifically. It's a ROS graph. like data goes from this to this and then work around with it. So for some, if I'm using something like this, in that case I have to be sure, like if I'm creating a big architecture based system, in that case I need to know whether my data is going to a specific place or not. So these tools like flowcharts, graphs, this gives a better input, like for like better inference of the system that is there. So we use these things, as I said, that we use it for two reasons. First, to make sure that the client or whosoever is working with you knows what we have to work on. Okay, it's a communication tool, mostly it's used as communication tool, because it's quite simple to get a different inference from the same words, and it can lead to a disaster when it comes to software management or software development itself. So that's why what we do, we create a flowchart, we create a simple algorithm and basic flowchart for the system, and then we go to the like team, and okay, team, we have to do this, you will work on 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 this. So it's more of a tool kind of thing, not it will not use in the programming side as such, but will be used for your future. So can I leave? Your choice, man. Abhinav, your call. If you want to leave, you can leave. Okay guys, is it clear? कहाँ गया उसको, जिसको डाउट था वो कहाँ है?
Yes, sir.
So Priya, sorry, that's not possible. Okay, so flowchart is done. Yeah, problem solving. So whenever we come across a problem as such, like in a your Python or in any programming language, what we try to do, we try to make it in a smaller problems, as we did when we were trying to make Maggie. Okay, so what we do, we like created a small subtask for the same subtask 1, subtask 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we do these subtasks. Okay, whenever we talk about a programming problem, or whenever we talk about the how the systems actually work, in that case we work around with these things, with the problems like this. Nothing can be done without like kind of what we call it, like dividing the bigger problem into multiple sub problems. Okay, so this is our normal problem solving theory or problem solving philosophy when it comes to it, that divide and conquer. Okay, so everyone has different kind of attitude, or different kind of I should say approach towards it. You can use your own approach in that case, but I normally use this thing based upon our need. We can even change the problem solving process also in the Python. Okay, is it clear guys? Is it clear guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's it for the class today. We'll meet tomorrow same time, and